Hey y'all, what's going on? It's Hunter Elliott, rangehot.com. My buddy Chad's here with me. Say hey, Chad.
Hey, Chad.
Yeah, that never gets old. So today we're debuting the new Colt Anaconda 44 Magnum for 2021, and here it is in all of its beauty. We got this
30 days ago.
About a month ago. First question everybody's probably wondering about: what's the trigger pull? Because you know when the Python came out. Here, by the way, the Python that we did last year.
Yes, sir.
Still have it from Colt. Still shooting it. Still having a good time with it. Still no issues with the Python. But now we have the Anaconda. Trigger pull, pretty good. Very, to me, Python-esque because it uses the same system, scaled up system of that non-stacking leaf spring. Single action trigger pull was breaking about 5 pounds. Double action trigger pull was about 12, which is really good for a revolver, but it was a very smooth non-stacking trigger pull. From Colt, they send these Hogue over-molded rubber stocks with the finger grooves in it, and they got some pebbling here on the side. They were comfortable. If you don't like them, Colt says that the Python stocks are interchangeable, so you can take these off. If you got something to fit your Python, should fit on this. We'll come up here to the sights. We'll note here on the top strap that it is drilled and tapped. The rear sight is adjustable for windage and elevation, and you got an orange insert on this front wrap. So it's a very nice contrasty sights here. This is the 6-inch barrel version. It also is going to be available in an 8-inch barrel. It is stainless steel, and it ships from Colt what they're calling a semi-bright. Overall length is about 15 inches, and overall width is about 2 3/4 inches. Weight is just under 60 ounces. MSRP, $14.99. How many rounds you reckon we shot all total?
150 rounds.
I'd say that's probably a pretty good estimate, 150 rounds. And you know, y'all, that's not a whole lot of ammo for review, but
it is today.
It is today, though, I'm telling you. And speaking of ammo, though, I do want to send a shout out to Double Tap Ammunition and Defender Ammunition. The reason Chad's in my reviews, and I enjoy his input, but I had a little bit of a sinister motive here for having him here because he shot probably about as much as I did. And when the Double Tap ammo showed up, they were good enough to send a 300 grain, and according to this, it's 1,325 feet a second out of a 7.5-inch barrel. And y'all, I believe that because I stepped out and I shot a cylinder this through the gun, and I was like, "Hey, Chad, you want to come shoot and film?" Wasn't unmanageable, but
it was unexpected.
It was knocking steel targets down. You know, I got my steel swingers, and the first time we were shooting it, I had Chad all staked up. I get zoomed tight. I get the angle that I like. I hit record on the camera. And you run around behind. And the concussion coming off this revolver with a damn Double Tap Ammunition literally caused my camera, I don't know if it rocked it, but it caused my daggum camera to zoom out a couple times. I'm like, so literally to continue shooting, I had to back my camera way out and then zoom in tight, and and it stopped. So yeah, but still manageable. I mean, it's a 300 grain 44 Magnum. We shot Defender, Federal, 240.
Yeah, all that first, by the way, before he made me shoot that.
Yeah. And I want to talk a little bit about, we shot some 44 Special to it.
Yes.
And that was really sweet, to the point to where, you see Chad's little girl, Courtney, she's in a lot of my reviews. She's pretty tough. She'll shoot about anything. And
yes, she will.
She really will, bless her heart. And she come over here and she was good enough to shoot this. She shot some 44 Special out of it. My mom shot some 44 Special out of it. Shot a little bit of 44 Magnum through it. So it's manageable. I'll put it to you like this. I've been reviewing 9mm and 45 autoloaders here so much that when I first got, posted up here with the revolver and started shooting this 44 Magnum and all of its big bore badassery.
You got a refresher course.
I got it. That's exactly right. I got a damn refresher course on 44 Magnum. I was like, wait a minute. Okay, let me back up and regroup. And then everything was fine. So yeah, I have a good opinion of the revolver, but Chad, like I said, what are your thoughts?
I think that it's a pretty awesome weapon. It's a pretty nice revolver.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's pretty. I personally think that the trigger pull on it is better than the Python, and I thought the Python was good. And it's they did a nice job with this gun. I mean, it's like a classic car, man. It's great. It's awesome. The grip is awesome. It's a really, really nice.
I agree. Now, to me, the Python and the Anaconda trigger pull are similar enough, but you know, Chad thinks it's better, and that's cool. To me, they're comparable. I want to talk real quick. It was a few years ago. This was even back before Chad and I were he was helping me with these reviews. I went to Gunsight for the Colt Media Days we used to do back when we lived in free America, and Colt debuted the Cobra, and everybody's like, oh, double action revolver from Colt. Thank God, you know, this is awesome. And then I remember my buddy at Colt, Max, told me, he said, we built this Cobra to be scalable. And I was like, oh, you know, okay, a hint to the future, hopefully. And then, of course, they scaled it up to the Python. And now the Python has been scaled up to the Anaconda. So, you know, I'm really thankful to see Colt getting back into the double action market, because they build a fantastic revolver.
They build a hell of a wheel gun.
So I see this gun as somebody that's into handgun hunting, absolutely.
Yeah.
Woods carry, self-defense carry. 44 Magnum is wonderful medicine for 2- and 4-legged critters. So, you know, you certainly wouldn't have any issues there. You know, where do you see this fitting into the market?
I think if you're going to be in the woods, it's a excellent gun to carry in there for hunting and stuff. I couldn't carry it for a concealed carry for sure. It would look like an appendage, but
it would be for city carry in, you know, around town.
Yeah,
it would be a bit much. But I don't think what it was designed to do.
No,
Yeah.
and I don't think that would have any bearing on whether or not that I would want one. I mean, it's an Anaconda. It's cool. Of course, I want one. But definitely, yeah. If you're horseback riding, if you're hunting, hell, have it next to the bed.
Man, you know, let's say I'm gonna paint you a scenario here. Okay, you're out in your cabin in the woods, taking your much needed break from, well, and all of a sudden, bam! Here comes Sam Squanch, kicking in your front door. You know, and he's open for business, y'all. Sam Squanch is there, and so you have the Anaconda to come to your rescue.
With double tap.
With you know, you got the 300 grain double tap and your damn Anaconda double action revolver.
That'll knock his socks off.
That will completely turn Sam Squanch into a vegetarian or a vegetable. That we took it out to 25 yards. We shot it from a rest. It was averaging about 2 inches, 3 shot groups. It's a classic Colt Anaconda, but it's been updated just like they did with the Python. I'm telling you what, y'all, if there's a problem with the gun, it has shown up.
Yeah,
if there's something won't right with it, by now, we'd have known it. As always, y'all, there's going to be an article on rangehot.com. So you can jump over there. I'll link to that in the description. So I'm going to put the specs in it, some photos and all that. So if you got any questions or whatever on that, just jump over to rangehot.com. That's about it. So if you like the YouTube channel, please consider subscribing. And I want you to take care of yourselves and each other. I look forward to seeing you at the range.
Good night.
Hey y'all, what's going on? So you recognize this is Courtney. She's been in just about all of my gun reviews here in the past couple years. She'll shoot about anything, and this is Chad's little girl, and she come out here today to help us with the 2021 Colt Anaconda.
44 Magnum.
In 44 Magnum. So you had a chance to shoot a little bit, Courtney. What'd you think?
I shot it a few times. Definitely wasn't made for a 15-year-old girl, but it's nice to shoot.
But now we can say this though, while it may not be made for a 15-year-old girl, you did get to shoot it, you shot it several times, and you did pretty good. You didn't have no trouble hitting the steel with it, so that's something, right?
Yes.
All right, y'all, so the full review